Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. So ang topic natin ngayon is for differential calculus, which is about limit definition of derivative of a function, part 5. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung parts 1 to 4, ililink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo muna. Maganda na panood nyo na para may idea na kayo dito sa mga i-discuss natin ngayon. So, ito yung mga concepts na discuss natin. Tandaan nyo tong formula. Yan. Ito. Tapos, nakapag-solve na tayo ng mga problems. Dun sa part 4, umabot tayo sa last number, which is check natin. Number 8. So dito sa exercises natin, part 2, ang gagawin natin is ang direction natin, 'di ba? Kung maalala nyo is ito. Find the slope of the tangent line at the point given to the curve and find the equations of tangent and normal line. Okay, so tutuloy lang natin. Magsasolve tayo ng more problems. Same direction. So, number 9 na tayo. So, for number 9, tuloy lang natin ha. Ang f of x or y natin is 4 over x squared. Tapos, yung point is 2, 1. Okay, so hanapin natin yung slope ng tangent line to this curve at the point 2, 1. So, recall, ano ba yung formula natin? So, maganda na panood nyo na yung previous videos. Diba? Ang formula natin is yung f prime of x sub 1 or ito yung slope ng tangent line to the curve. It is equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 as x approaches x sub 1. So, yung f of x natin is etong y equal to 4 over x squared. Tapos, yung x sub 1, kasi itong given point, 2, 1, siya yung corresponding sa point x sub 1, y sub 1. Right? So, therefore, yung x sub 1 is yung x-coordinate na 2. Yan. So, pag na-evaluate na natin tong f prime of x sub 1, or that's f prime of 2, ito na yung hinahanap nating slope ng tangent line to the curve at the point 2, 1. Okay? So, i-substitute natin sa formula, f prime of 2 is equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x sub 1. So, that's f of 2, right? Divided by x minus x sub 1, 2, as x approaches x sub 1, 2. Yan. Tapos, substitute natin yung value. Ano yung f of x? 4 over x squared minus f of 2. So, i-evaluate natin tong f of x sa 2. Papalitan natin yung x ng 2. So, 4 over 2 squared divided by x minus 2. Limit as x approaches 2. Okay? So, magiging ano na tayo? Limit ng 4 over x squared minus 4 over 2 squared. Bale, 4 over 4. Kasi 2 squared is 4. So, 4 divided by 4 is 1. All over x minus 2 as x approaches 2. So, di ba meron tayong complex fraction? May fraction na may fraction pa sa numerator or denominator. So, sa numerator kasi may fraction pa tayo na 4 over x squared. So, gawin nating simple fraction muna. Pwede kong i-multiply both numerator and denominator by the LCD na x squared. So, i-distribute nga yung x squared So, limit ng 4 over x squared times x squared, cancel yung x squared, 4 na lang, minus 1 times x squared, x squared. Okay? And then, eto pagtatabihin, excuse me, pagtatabihin ko na lang, di ko siya i-distribute kasi mamaya may makakancel tayo. So, gawin ko na lang siyang x minus 2 times x squared. Limit as x approaches 2. So, kapag dinirect sub mo yung 2 dito sa x, pwede ba? Mag-i-indeterminate yan di ba? So, pag sinubstitute nyo yung 2 sa x, 4 minus 2 squared over 2 minus 2 times 2 squared. So, 4 minus 2 squared is 4 minus 4, 0. Tapos 2 minus 2, 0 times 2 squared, 0 pa rin. So, bawal i-direct sub. Indeterminate. So, ang gagawin natin, magpa-factor tayo. Factor natin tong 4 minus x squared. Okay? So, i-factor out ko muna yung negative ng 4 minus x squared or mag-factor out tayo ng negative 1. So, magiging negative quantity, ano siya? X squared minus 4, right? Divided by x minus 2 times x squared. Then, limit as x approaches 2. So, tapos, pwede nyo itong i-factor using difference of two squares. So, pwedeng isulat yung x squared minus 4 as x squared minus 2 square. Kaya magiging limit ng negative, ang factored form ng x squared minus 2 squared is x minus 2, x plus 2. Diba? From algebra. Over x minus 2 times x squared. Limit as x approaches 2. E di makakancel natin tong x minus 2. So, ang matitira is limit ng negative quantity x plus 2 over x squared as x approaches 2. Pwede na ba nating i-direct sub yung 2 sa x? Mag-i-indeterminate pa ba yan? Hindi na. So, i-direct sub nyo na yung 2 sa x para ma-evaluate yung limit. Bale, negative quantity 2 plus 2 over 2 squared. So, negative of 2 plus 2, 4, divided by 2 squared, 4. So, bale, negative 4 divided by 4, negative 1. So, ito na yung slope nung tangent line to the curve y equals 4 over x squared at 2, 1. Okay? So, pag alam na natin yung slope nung tangent line to the curve at the point, pwede na nating mahanap yung equation ng find equation of normal, tangent line muna. Normal line tsaka tangent line hanapin natin. So, ang gagamitin nating formula to find the slope of the tangent line is the point slope form. Diba? Y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. So, yung m is the slope ng tangent line, which is yung f prime of 2, equal to m, lagyan ko ng subscript, gawin ko siyang m sub TL to denote slope ng tangent line equal to negative 1. Ano naman yung x1, y1? Yung given point natin kanina. Ito. Yung 2, 1. Yan. So, x1 is 2, y1 is 1. So, therefore, substitute the formula. In the formula, y minus y1, which is 1, equals m, negative 1, times x minus x1, 2. Okay? So, simplifying, magiging y minus 1 equals, so distribute nyo yung negative 1, multiply, negative 1 times x, negative x, negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2. Okay, so pag gusto nating naka-ax plus by equals c form, tra-transpose ko na lang tong negative x sa kaliwa, tas itong negative 1 sa kanan. So, magiging positive x plus y is equal to 2 plus 1. So, x plus y is 2 plus 1 or 3. So, ito yung equation of tangent line. Yan. Paano naman yung equation ng normal line? So, kuhain muna natin yung slope nung normal line. M sub NL. Denoted by M sub NL. So, di ba kapag perpendicular, kasi normal line is perpendicular sa tangent line, ang slope dapat netong normal line is negative reciprocal nung slope nung tangent line. 'Di ba? So, magiging negative 1 over, ano ba yung slope nung tangent line? Negative 1. So, substitute nyo negative 1. So, negative of 1 over negative 1, positive 1. So, ito ngayon yung ipapalit nyong value. So, same formula pa rin, yung y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Ito ngayon yung ipapalit nyong slope. Slope nung normal line, 1. Tapos, same point. x1 is 2, y1 is 1. Right? Same lang sa kanina. Ito. So, substitute nyo ngayon sa formula, y minus y11 equals m1, x minus x1, 2. So, bale, y minus 1 is 1 times x minus 2, x minus 2 pa rin. So, pag gusto nating naka-ax plus by equals c, itatranspose ko na lang si negative 2 sa kaliwa, tapos si positive y sa kanan. So, negative 1 plus 2 is equal to x minus y. Or negative 1 plus 2, positive 1, equals x minus y. Or by symmetric property of equality, pwede nating isulat sa left side yung x minus y, tas sa right side yung 1. So, ito yung equation ng normal line. Okay? Next, number 10. Y is 8, negative 8 over square root of x, and the point is 4, negative 4. Okay, so hanapin uli natin yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the given point. So, ang formula uli, f prime of x sub 1 is equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 as x approaches x sub 1. So, ano yung f of x natin? Etong negative 8 over the square root of x. Ano yung x sub 1? Kasi itong point, yung x sub 1, y sub 1, right? So, therefore, x sub 1 is 4. Yan. So, i-plug in ngayon natin yung mga values. So, magiging f prime of x sub 1, which is 4. So, f prime of 4. So, ito na uli yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the given point, equal to the limit ng f of x. Ano yung f of x natin? Negative 8 over the square root of x minus f of x sub 1, so f of 4, over x minus x sub 1, which is 4, as x approaches x sub 1, 4. Yan. So, bale, magiging limit ng negative 8 over square root of x minus, so i-evaluate natin ngayon, etong f of x sa 4. Papalit mo yung 4 sa x. So, minus negative of 8 over the square root of x, which is 4, over x minus 4 as x approaches 4. Yan. So, limit ng negative 8 over square root of x, double yun, So, ito magiging negative times negative. Positive. Okay? 8 divided by square root of 4, 2. Diba? Ano yung 8 divided by 2? 4. Yan. All over x minus 4 as x approaches 4. So, meron tayong complex fraction kasi may fraction na tayo na sa numerator is meron pang fraction. Ito, yung negative 8 over square root of x. So, gawin muna nating simple fraction by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the LCD, which is itong square root of x. Okay, para ma-simplify. So, magiging limit ng, i-distribute nyo ngayon itong square root of x. Negative 8 squared over square root of x times square root of x. So, cancel na si square root of x. Negative 8 na lang. Plus 4 times square root of x, 4 square root of x. Over, yan. Tapos, etong sa denominator, hindi ko na i-distribute si square root of x. Pagtatabihin ko na lang sila. Kasi mamaya, may makakancel lang tayo. So, bale, x minus 4 times square root of x, pagtabihin lang natin. Limit as x approaches 4. Ayan. So, kapag ba dinirect sub natin yung 4, makukuha ba natin, di ba, gi-indeterminate? Hindi, di ba? Magi-indeterminate yan eh. Di ba? Kasi, negative 8 plus 4 square root of 4, ito ay 2. So, negative 8 plus 4 times 2, 8, 0. Tapos ito, 4 minus 4, 0 times square root of 4, 0. So, bawal direct substitution. So, anong pwede natin gawin? Mag-rationalize tayo. Ito, try ko munang i-simplify, no? Diba, pwede natin isulat yan as 4 square root of x minus 8. Unahin ko tong positive 4 square root of x tas minus 8 over x minus 4 square root of x, limit as x approaches 4. Pwede nyong i-factor out dito si si 4. Factor out ko si 4, So, 4 times square root of x minus 2 na lang over x minus 4 square root of x as x approaches 4. Tapos, saka natin i-rationalize. Diba? Pwede nating i-multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate netong square root of x minus 2. So, ang conjugate niya is kokopyahin niya lang yung square root of x first term. Tapos, yung second term, gagawin yung additive inverse or opposite sign. So, kung negative 2 tayo, opposite sign niya, positive 2. So, i-multiply natin both numerator and denominator by the conjugate nito, square root of x plus 2. Yan. So, magiging limit ng, so, multiply mo yung numerator, so, 4, copy nyo lang yung 4. Tapos ito, square root of x minus 2 times square root of x plus 2, difference of 2 squares na lang yan. Okay? Bale, square mo yung first term, square root of x squared, minus square mo yung second term, 2 squared. Over, ito pagtatabihin ko na lang tong mga terms na to. So, x minus 4, square root of x times square root of x plus 2. Yan. So, pag sinimplify, magiging 4 times, so square root of x squared, cancel na yung square root, x na lang. Minus 2 squared is 4. Okay? Over x minus 4, square root of x times square root of x plus 2. Limit as x approaches 4. So, di ba makakancel na natin tong x minus 4? So, ang matitira na lang is limit ng 4 over square root of x times square root of x plus 2 as x approaches 4. Pwede na ba nating i-direct sub na lang yung 4 sa x? Yes, hindi na yan magi-indeterminate kasi kinancel na natin yung factor na x minus 4 which is yun yung nagpa-indeterminate. So, para ma-evaluate na natin tong limit, i-substitute nyo na yung 4 sa x. So, 4 over square root of 4 times square root of 4 plus 2. So, 4 over square root of 4 is 2 times the quantity square root of 4, 2 plus 2. So, 4 over 2 times 2 plus 2, 4. So, magiging cancel yung 4, 1/2 na lang. Right? So, ito na yung sagot. F prime of 4. Ito yung slope nung tangent line to the curve at the given point. So, hanapin na natin yung equation of tangent line. So, using the point slope form, so y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So, ano yung m natin? M natin is yung f prime of x. Or pangalanan ko tong sige, m sub TL denoted sa slope ng tangent line equal to f prime of 4. Ito yon yung slope, which is equal nga sa 1/2. Ano naman yung y1, x1? Yung given point natin kanina. Diba? Ito. x1, y1. So, x1 is 4, y1 is negative 4. Yan. So, substitute natin dito sa formula, bale y minus y1 is negative 4 equals m. Yung m is yung slope ng tangent line, m sub TL, 1/2. And then times x minus x sub 1, which is 4. So, y minus negative 4 magiging y plus 4 na siya. Equals 1/2 times x minus 4. So, alisin natin tong denominator na 2. Pwede kong i-multiply both sides by 2. So, distribute. So, 2 times y, 2y, plus 2 times 4, 8. And then 2 times 1/2, cancel yung 2. Magiging x minus 4 na lang. Ngayon, kung gusto nating naka-ax plus by equal c form, tatranspose ko na lang si 2y dito sa kanan, tapos si negative 4 transpose ko sa kaliwa. So, magiging 8 plus 4 is equal to x minus 2y. So, 8 plus 4 is 12 equals x minus 2y. Or by symmetric property of equality, isulat ko na lang sa left side yung x minus 2y equals 12 sa right side. So, ito yung equation of tangent line. Paano naman yung equation ng normal line? So, kuhain muna natin yung slope ng normal line. Let's denote by m sub NL. Diba? That's negative reciprocal ng slope ng tangent line kasi perpendicular sila eh. So, bale negative 1 over, ano yung f sub TL, yung slope ng tangent line? 1/2. So, negative 1 all over 1/2, bale, negative reciprocal ng 1/2, 2. Okay? And then, ano yung point? x1, same lang din sa kanina, x1, 4, y1, negative 4. Okay? x1, 4, y1, negative. So, same formula, y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So, y minus y1, substitute yung value, negative 4, equals m. So, yung slope natin ngayon is yung negative 2. Then, x minus x1, which is 4. Yan. So, simplify natin, bale magiging y times negative 4, y plus 4. Tapos, distribute itong negative 2. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4, positive 8. And tapos, pag gusto nating naka-ax plus by equal c form, transpose lang natin tong negative 2x sa kaliwa, transpose natin tong positive 4 sa kanan. So, magiging positive 2x plus y is equal to 8 minus 4. So, 2x plus y is equal to 8 minus 4, 4. So, ito naman yung equation nung normal line. Okay? Next, number 11. For number 11, what if ang y natin is secant x, tapos yung point is 0, 1. So again, hanapin natin yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the point given. So ang formula ulit, f prime of x sub 1 is equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 as x approaches x sub 1. Ano yung f of x? Etong secant x. Ano yung x sub 1? etong 0 kasi etong point is denoted by x1, y1, right? So therefore, yung x sub 1 natin is yung x-coordinate na 0. So kapag sinubstitute natin yung values, bale f prime of x sub 1 which is 0, it is equal to the limit nung f of x minus f of x sub 1, so f of 0 ulit, over x minus x sub 1, 0, limit as x approaches x sub 1, 0. So, ito na yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the given point. So, simplifying or substituting the values, ano yung f of x? Secant x, okay? Then, minus f of 0. So, ipapalit natin ngayon yung 0 dito sa x, sa f of x. So, bale, secant x minus secant 0 divided by x minus 0. So, x na lang yan. Limit as x approaches 0. So, limit ng secant x minus yung secant 0, diba, that's 1. Tama? So, secant x minus 1 over x as x approaches 0. Yan. Kapag dinirect sub ba natin yung 0 sa x, pwede. Hindi ba mag-i-indeterminate? Try natin. Actually, obviously, indeterminate. Kasi secant 0 is 1 minus 1 over 0. 1 minus 1, 0 over 0. So, bawal direct substitution. So, gawin kong in terms of sign, in terms of cosine si secant. Diba, by reciprocal identity, si secant is equal sa 1 over cosine x. Then, minus 1 over x as x approaches 0. Ngayon, naging complex fraction to kasi may fraction tayo na may fraction pa sa numerator na 1 over cosine x. So, simplify ko muna, i-multiply ko both numerator and denominator by the LCD which is cosine x. Okay? So, distribute natin. Bale, limit ng 1 over cosine x times cosine x. Cancel mo na yung cosine x, 1 na lang. Then minus 1 times cosine x over x cosine x. Limit as x approaches 0. Yan, kahit i-direct sub nyo uli yung 0, mag-aano pa rin yan na indeterminate. Pero pwede na nating ma-apply yung theorem. Okay? Ang gagawin natin, meron kasi tayong theorem, di ba? Doon sa video ko sa limit ng trigonometric. Kapag meron kayong limit ng 1 minus cosine of f of x over f of x as x approaches a, kapag yung f of a is 0 at yung f of x is non-zero, it is equal to 0. So, ang gagawin natin, eto, pag-iisahin ko siya. So, limit ng 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches 0. So, pwedeng ma-apply yung theorem na to kasi yung nasa loob ng cosine x is x. Sakto, yung nasa denominator is x din. So, f of x bali is x, di ba? So, pwede nating ma-apply yung theorem dito na ang limit niyan is 0. Pero, meron pang natitira. Yung 1 over cosine x, pwede na nating i-multiply na lang as a limit ng 1 over cosine x as x approaches 0. So, pwede yon. So, kapag kinuha na natin yung limit, ito is 0 na siya, right? By theorem. So, 0 times limit ng 1 over cosine x as x approaches 0. Pwede mo nang i-direct sub dyan si 0 sa x. Hindi na yan mag-i-indeterminate. So, 1 over cosine 0. Bale, 0 times 1 over cosine 0 is 1. 0 times 1 is still 0. So, therefore, ang slope nung tangent line to the given curve is, or yung f prime of 0 denoted by f prime of 0 is 0. Okay? So, hanapin ngayon natin yung equation nung tangent line. So, using the point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m minus times x minus x sub 1. Bale, yung m natin is yung m sub TL. Slope ng tangent line, which is yung denoted by f prime of 0 na equal siya sa 0. Ano naman yung x1, y1? Yung x1 tsaka y1 is yung same point lang kanina. Ito, 0, 1. Okay? 0, 1. So, therefore, x sub 1 is 0, y sub 1 is 1. Okay, so substitute na natin sa equation. So, y minus y1 is 1 equals m, which is 0, times x minus x sub 1, 0. So, y minus 1 is 0 times x minus 0. So, 0 times x, 0. Tapos, i-transpose nyo na lang si negative 1 sa kanan, y is 1. So, this is the equation of the tangent line, which is ano siya? Horizontal line, di ba? Kasi it takes the form y is equal to a constant b. Okay, paano naman yung equation nung normal line? So, kukuhain muna natin yung slope nung normal line, which is the negative reciprocal nung slope nung tangent line. So, negative 1 over, ano yung m sub TL? 0. O, paano pag 1 over 0? Diba undefined? So, pag undefined, alam na natin from analytic geometry or algebra na kapag slope nung line is undefined, it will always take the form x is equal to a, which is a vertical line, di ba? Pero ano yung a na yan? Kung ano yung x coordinate dito sa given point, di ba yung 0, 1. Ang x coordinate is 0, so therefore automatic ang equation ng normal line is x is 0. Equation of normal line. So this is vertical line. Okay. Next. So number ano na to? 11. Sige, isa pa. Number 12. Paano naman kung f of x or y is equal to cotangent of x and yung point is pi over 2, 0. Yan. So, hahanapin uli natin yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the given point. So, it is denoted by f prime of x sub 1 equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 as x approaches x sub 1. Ano yung f of x? Cotangent x. Ano yung x sub 1? Yung x sub 1 is pi over 2 kasi itong given point is siya yung x sub 1, y sub 1, right? So, bale, pag sinubstitute natin yung mga values, f prime of x sub 1, so f prime of 1/2 is equal to the limit ng f of x minus f of x sub 1, so f of pi over 2 over x minus x sub 1, which is pi over 2, as x approaches x sub 1, pi over 2. So, ito na yung slope ng tangent line to the curve at the given point. So, pag sinubstitute natin, bale, limit ng f of x is cotangent x minus f of pi over 2. So, i-evaluate natin yung f of x sa pi over 2. Papalitan niya yung x ng pi over 2. So, cotangent ng pi over 2. Ano yung cotangent ng pi over 2? Yan, tas copy nyo lang tong expression. Diba yung cotangent is cosine pi over 2 over sine pi over 2. Which is yung cosine pi over 2. Yung pi over 2 kasi is 90 degree. So, cosine 90 is 0 over sine 90 is 1. 0 over 1 or 0. Okay. Over x minus pi over 2 as x approaches pi over 2. Or wala na tong 0. Kasi 0 lang naman siya. So, naging limit ng cotangent x over x minus pi over 2 as x approaches pi over 2. Pwede ba nating i-direct sub si pi over 2? Mag-i-indeterminate ba siya? Yes. Kasi 'di ba kanina yung cotangent pi over 2, pag sinubstitute natin yung pi over 2 sa x, 0 to. Over pi over 2 minus pi over 2, 0. So, indeterminate, bawal. So, anong pwede nating gawin? Try nating i-transform in terms of sine and cosine si cotangent. Okay? So, si cotangent equal siya sa cosine x over sine x over x minus pi over 2 as x approaches pi over 2. Okay? Tapos, magiging ano na siya? Ang gagawin ko, magsa-substitution tayo. Okay? Ang gagawin natin, mag-i-introduce ako ng new variable, let's say t. Okay? Ile-let t ko be equal dito sa x minus pi over 2. Okay? Therefore, yung x natin ngayon is magiging, kapag sinolve natin si x, tatranspose nyo si negative pi over 2 sa kaliwa, bale t plus pi over 2 equals x. Tapos, gagawin natin in terms of t yung variable. So, dapat, mahanap din natin kung ano yung ina-approach ni t habang nag-a-approach si x sa pi over 2. So, di ba habang as x approaches pi over 2, so dito sa equation natin, t is magiging, pwede nyong i-plug in yung pi over 2 minus pi over 2. Ang i-approach naman ni t is 0, right? So, ang magiging bagong itsura ng limit natin is limit ng etong cosine x. So, cosine of x, which is, eto na siya, in terms of t plus pi over 2 over sine x. So, sine ng x uli is t plus pi over 2. Then, all over, etong x minus 2 is t na lang, right? Then, limit as, gagawin natin t approaches 0 na. So, tinransform natin yung limit in terms of the new variable t. Okay? So, ang pwede natin gawin dito sa numerator is applyan natin ng sum of angle identity. 'Di ba? Yung ano yung sa cosine ng A plus B. Cosine ng A plus B is equal siya sa cosine A, cosine B, minus sine A, sine B. Ano naman sa sine? Sine ng A plus B. Equal siya sa sine A, cosine B, plus cosine A, sine B. Cos cosine sin, sin cos cosine. Right? So, bale, yung A natin is T, yung B natin is pi over 2. Okay? So, A is T, B is pi over 2. So, bale, magiging, etong numerator muna to. Cos cosine sin. So, cosine AT, cosine B, pi over 2, minus sine A, T, sine B, pi over 2. Then, over, ito namang sine ng T plus pi over 2. So, sin cos cosine naman. So, sine A, which is T, cosine B, which is pi over 2, plus cosine A, T, sine B, pi over 2. All over T as T approaches 0. So, pwede nating makuha yung mga values nung may mga angle, pi over 2, right? So, cosine t, ano yung cosine ng pi over 2? 0, right? Minus sine t, sine ng pi over 2, sine 90 is 1. Over sine t times cosine pi over 2, 0 ulit. Plus cosine t sine pi over 2, 0. 1 pala, sorry. Then all over t, limit as t approaches 0. So ito 0 na siya kasi naka-times sa 0. So matitira is negative sine t times 1, negative sine t, divided by, ito rin, mazi-0 na siya kasi naka-times 0. Plus cosine of t times 1, cosine t, all over t as t approaches 0. So magiging limit na to. So nagdi-divide tayo, negative sine t over cosine t divided by t over 1. So, ang gagawin, copying nyo yung numerator times reciprocal ng denominator na t over 1, 1 over t. Limit as t approaches 0. So, bale, magiging limit ng negative sine t times 1, negative sine t, over cosine t times t, t cosine t as t approaches 0. Kapag ba dinirect sub nyo yung 0 sa t, magi-indeterminate? Diba yes? Kasi negative sine 0 over 0 cosine 0 is negative sine 0, 0 over 0 times cosine 0, 1, 0 times 1, 0. Indeterminate. So, bawal i-direct sub. Pero, meron naman tayong limit theorems. Yung naturo ko sa trigonometric. Okay? Sa video ko sa limits ng trigonometric. Diba pag meron tayong limit ng sine of f of x over f of x as x approaches a, it is equal to 1 if f of a is 0 and yung f of x is not 0. So, napansin nyo meron tayong sine t over t. Pwede natin yang i-combine as limit ng isang function. So, limit ng sine t over t as t approaches 0 para ma-pattern natin dito. Bale, yung f of t is t. Same siya sa denominator na f of t, t din. As t approaches 0, so, ma-apply natin tong limit theorem. So, equal yan sa 1, ang limit niyan. Tapos, saka natin ita-times, meron pa kasing natira. Yung negative, negative 1 over cosine t, right? So, times the limit of negative 1 over cosine t as t approaches 0. Yan. So, ito, limit na nga neto is 1. So, 1 times the limit ng negative 1 over cosine t. Pwede na ba nating i-direct sub yung 0 sa t? Yes, hindi naman yan magi-indeterminate. So, ang limit niya na is negative 1 over cosine 0. So, 1 times negative 1 over cosine 0 is 1. So, 1 times negative 1 over 1, negative 1. 1 times negative 1, negative 1. So, ang sagot sa limit is negative 1. Ito na yung slope ng tangent line to the given curve, yung cotangent x at the point given. Okay? Yan. So, alam na natin yung slope ng tangent line equal siya sa negative 1. Hanapin na natin yung pinaka-equation of tangent line. So, ang equation ng tangent line, gagamitin natin yung y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1, point slope form. Ano yung m? Yung m is yung m sub tl, slope ng tangent line, or yung f prime of pi over 2 na siya, di ba? Which is negative 1. Ano yung x1, y1? yung x1, y1 is yung point na given. Ito, pi over 2, 0. So, ang x sub 1 is yung x-coordinate pi over 2, yung y sub 1 yung y-coordinate na 0. So, substitute y minus y1 0 equals m, which is yung negative 1 times x minus x sub 1 pi over 2. Okay. So, bale, y minus 0, y na lang. Distribute natin yung negative. So, negative 1 times x, negative 1 times negative pi over 2, positive pi over 2. So, para naka ax plus by equals c form, transpose ko na lang tong negative x sa kaliwa. So, magiging positive x plus y is pi over 2. So, ito yung equation ng tangent line. Okay, paano naman yung equation ng normal line? So, kuhain muna natin yung slope ng normal line denoted by m sub nl. Diba? That's negative reciprocal ng slope ng tangent line kasi perpendicular sila. So, bale negative 1 over m sub tl, ang slope ng tangent line natin is negative 1. Substitute nyo dito. So, 1 time negative of 1 over negative 1, positive 1. Yan. So, ito yung slope ng normal line. Tapos, yung same point lang din, gagamitin natin x1, y1. Ito. Yan. And then, yung equation uli ng point slope form equation ng line, y minus 1 is equal to x, y minus y1 is equal to m, x minus x1. So, substitute the value, y minus y1, 0, equals m, this time yung 1, slope nung normal line, times x minus x1 pi over 2. So, bale, y minus 0, y na lang, equal to 1 times x minus pi over 2. X minus pi over 2 pa rin. So, pag gusto nyo naka ax plus by equals c form, transpose nyo na lang si y sa kanan, transpose si negative pi over 2 sa kaliwa. So, magiging positive pi over 2 na siya. Tapos, x minus y. So, by symmetric property of equality, kahit isulat natin sa left side na lang yung x minus y, equal to the right side pi over 2. So, this is the equation of the normal line. Okay? So, ayun, nakasolve tayo ng total of ilan to? 12. So, siguro hanggang dito na lang. Tuloy na lang natin. Next lesson na tayo sa susunod na video. Okay, so sana may natutunan kayo dito sa ating tutorials for the topic limit definition of derivatives. So, ililink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin for differential calculus. Pati yung pinaka-playlist na lang din ng differential calculus. Para mapanood nyo lahat ng mga video tutorials ko simula sa unang lesson hanggang sa dulong lessons nyo para sa differential calculus. Para meron na kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel para sa buong subject nyo na differential calculus. So, pwede nyo na yung i-binge watch or i-marathon kapag kailangan nyong mag-advance study or mag-review para sa exam. Panoorin nyo lang yung video tutorials ko sa YouTube. So, subscribe kayo sa YouTube channel ko, Engineered Math. Tapos, i-binge watch nyo yung mga playlist ko doon dito sa differential calculus. Okay? Sunod-sunod na yung videos ko doon. Pag pinanood nyo yung videos ko, differential calculus playlist, malaki na yung chance nyo to pass the subject. Okay? Tapos, syempre, magpa-practice pa dapat kayong mag-solve ng problems. Okay? So good luck sa mga nagte-take ng differential calculus. So sana mapasa nyo siya. Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Basta mag-aral lang mabuti. Mag-practice ng maraming problems. Parang yung ginagawa natin sa tutorials. Nagsosolve tayo ng maraming problems para ma-expose talaga kayo sa different problems. Ranging from simple to complicated problems para mas prepared kayo sa exams. Yan. Tapos gawin nyo lang guide yung playlist ko sa YouTube sa differential calculus playlist. Okay? So, sige, hanggang dito na lang. See you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye!